Hi and welcome to Frosthaven. I'm so hyped that Frosthaven have a digital release. I have the tabletop and also Gloomhaven. That's an earlier board game in the same franchise, if you can call it like that. And let's go and take a quick look on the starting characters in Frosthaven. In a follow-up video, we will check through the character cards, but this is more of a first look on the characters. Are they ranged, melee? Is it a support character? And so on. But in a following video, we will take a deep dive on each and every one of them. And then we will take a closer look on the cards themselves. My name is Wusa. I have played the board game a few hundred hours. I have played online, so I know a little bit. I also played Frosthaven, the board game, before my friends moved away. But here we have the first character, Banner Spear. And we're starting off with 10 health. And you can click here and you can see the ability cards, and here we have the initiatives. She can go quite quick with a 6, 15 and 21. 21 is starting to be quite mid, but then she's quite slow. Like, your initiative will decide how quick or slowly you will start your turn. Enemy creatures will also have different initiatives as well. So if you play 2 or 3 very slow characters and you face maybe a group of quick enemies that have a low initiative, they might react to you, for example attack you and takes you down quite a lot of health before you can react because you have a high initiative. But can go a little bit early, mid, but is also quite slow with the majority of the cards over 60. But if we go back to statistics, she is well around. She is high on defense, high on melee, and quite high on ranged and mobility as well. But she excels in defense and support, and can also manage groups of enemies as well. And the complexity rating is 2 out of 5, so she's quite beginner friendly as well. Her cards will be using air, and her traits are armored, persuasive, and resourceful. So if you're new to affinities, I can show quickly. For example, the top ability is 2 damage, but if someone have created a turn before wind, we can use that element to get a bonus effect. The top side is the attack side, and movement is on the bottom side, generally speaking, but we will talk about the cards in another group. No, another video, sorry. And the backstory is she's a northern human and existed long before emissaries from White Oak traveled to Frosthaven looking for new ways to expand their merchant guild, when these endeavors only led to injuring the Alagox population. So there is some infighting, not inbreeding, but infighting. And you can continue reading the lore, but I will try to keep this video short and jump to Boneshaper. Boneshaper, if you compare the stats, she is quite high on the defense, but lower on melee and ranged. So she is more focused on defense. But the complexity rating went up to 4 out of 5, and she will be using Earth and Darkness for her abilities, and the traits are Arcane, educated, and intimidating. And I think she has some summons as well. She can create summons, so that's quite intriguing. I could showcase. She has 2 summons apparently. I can. Okay, there's another one. So she will be summoning apparently. A good summoner is fun to play. I will actually jump back to Banner Spear if you want to pause and check what kind of spells you have to deal with. Yeah, using banners. Oh, yeah, attack. I like that. But Boneshaper, it looks like a fun character to play. Looking forward to try her out. But she is an Aesters were once human, but a tragedy long ago caused them to lose their physical form, scattering across the infinity planes. Those who willed their psyche back together found a world they no longer recognized. So, looking good. And we have the Drifter. It's looking good. Look at the character, the blood on the mouth. It's like a fish head. I must say, the details on the characters are looking good. I must say the Drifter is quite good first time character if you're new to the game. This is probably the one I would recommend you to play. He is high on defense, melee, ranged, also quite high on mobility, but also high on support, but can't handle the groups pretty well, so Drifter is strong on 101, but can deal with enemies that's on range and close on melee. And also starting with 10 health. No affinities, it's an outcast, resourceful and strong. And if we look here on the initiatives, can go quite quick. A few cards under 30, but then we are slow. 4 cards on around 30 and under, and then 60 plus. So yeah, you can be versatile but not mid. Either you go early but then slow. So you have to be resourceful with your cards. Don't waste your early cards too often. And here we have quite mid, can't go early, so that's something to keep in mind when you put together your team. And the Inox clans have the great grow value, their strength and self-reliance, but they could not bury internal quarrels in time to repel the human empire expansion. So it's a good story going on here. Inox is one of my favorites so far. Deathwalker. We don't give a crap about defense. We don't care about control. Even less on support. We're not that mobile. Kind of semi-mobile, but we shoot far and we hit hard. And the complexity rating on mid. She's mid, and compared to the Drifter is easy. Deathwalker has affinity for darkness. Traits are arcane, outcast, and persuasive. I would say she's quite mid. A lot of cards that's under 30. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards that's 32 and under, but also quite a few that's between 40 and 60, but also can go late. So you have quite a lot of decisions. You can decide to go early, you can go late, you can go mid. So everything depends on the situation and that you can adjust. Also has a summon. That's quite intriguing. Can also deal some poison. I like her a lot. I think this is one of the characters I will try out when I launch my first episode. No group is quite so well suited for the icy northern climate as the Walrat, who make their homes far to the south, so we're a little bit misplaced as a Deathwalker. Then we have the Blinkblade. Oi oi. One of my friends loved this character. You hit hard, you're super mobile, not so much with range, almost zero defense, zero support, but you hit like a truck and you are constantly moving. So this is where a rogue shines. You run around, you hit quite hard. 8 health is not too bad if you compare with the other ones. Like 6 health is low. So Blinkblade have to have some health when you have to go up and close. But she's complex. No affinities. She's nimble, educated and resourceful. If you don't have poison, oi oi oi. So there's like 2 phases to the Blinkblade. I won't go into it right now, but depending on which phase you are in, you can do different things. If I understood correctly, I haven't played Blinkblade myself, but you can like decide which phase are you in. If you know what it's called, feel free to leave a comment in leave a comment in the comments. So you can decide to go 99, 69, so he is versatile, but also very complex because there's some special rules when you have 2 different initiatives to go after. So you can go really quick or really slow. And depending if you go slow or quick, you will be doing the different things. Quadrilles is typically don't like being underestimated. They are smaller than the other people they encounter, yes, but that doesn't mean they are worth any less. And we can see that on the damage output. And lastly, we have Geminate. 8 health, well-rounded in general, not too much support, quite complex to play, but we're starting with 8 health, high melee, high range, semi-high on a defense and mobility, but is also really good at control. Not too supportive, but well-rounded, and has affinity for fire, snow, and sun. Traits are chaotic, arcane, and nimble. I haven't played this character either. I have played the Drifter, I can mention, and the Banner Spear. So this will be something new for me. But I'm looking forward to take a closer look. And we have quite few cards that's 30 and under, so we're rather quick. A lot of damage. We can put bleeding, hitting hard. Seems like we can do quite a lot of ranged as well. So I would say maybe one of the more cool looking characters in the game. And biography A harrower is not one single life form, but rather a swarm of thousands of insects. And this is why they have these masks, because there's thousands of insects lurking underneath that cape. Not all harrowers act as a single unit. Rarely, a swarm develops in such a way they cannot come to a single mind. So this could be a really good time if you take your time to learn the tips and tricks around the harrower. I think you will have a good time. So let me know down in the comments which character should we make first and how should we build it. Do you have any wishes? Let me know and type them down in the comments, and subscribe to the channel if you love strategy games. I will be making more Frosthaven tutorials. We will also be taking a closer look at Crusader Kings expansion when it hits. So if you love strategy games, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching, and see you soon. Thank you.